going, guys? Good afternoon, good evening, buenas tardes, y hasta happen. So, thanks for tuning in again, guys, to one of my videos. This is a thoughts and review video. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. My name is Oscar, and we'll do this from time to time and just talk about stuff, life, events, and anything going on in my world. All right, so what I wanted to kind of go over with you guys is, and for those of you that have been following my channel, you know that my favorite band or my favorite artist, there's not even a close second, is Eric Church. Eric Church is coming out with a new album, and it's called Evangeline versus the Machine. Well, I don't know if it's all of the songs, but if it is, there's like about 8 of them that he released on YouTube. So, for the past few days, I've been, because I think they were just released maybe earlier in the week, if not last week. So, man, when the very first time I heard them, I thought, wow, what is this? Because a while back, we got the first release, which was a song called Hands of Time. I mean, straightforward, knock you in the teeth, Eric Church, badass song. And that's kind of what I expected, right? I expected more of the same. Let's go back to the Heart and Soul album. Those albums were those songs were incredible. And as an Eric Church fan, well, let's just say we expect a certain sound, right? Much like with any band. And trust me when I tell you guys, I am not bashing the new sound at all, but it's different. It's different. I'm still not convinced it's his sound. However, I do applaud Eric Church for trying a different sound, trying different things. On this album, he uses a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean quite a bit, of choir, a horn section, slash symphony instruments, strings, cellos, that type of stuff. And it makes for a very interesting album. Okay, so let me just start off with song number 1, and I kind of go through the list here. So the very first one, The Hands of Time. Classic Eric Church sound. His band, let me go back a little bit. His band is ridiculously talented. They can get him a sound that I don't know very many others could. As you guys know, last year we saw Eric Church at the Cattle Country Festival in Gonzales, Texas. Has to be, I'm still not going to put his show as the best one I've ever seen in my life. I still put Billy Joel up there at number 1. But Eric Church, if you told me, hey, that's the best live show I've ever seen ever in my life, I'm not going to argue you. I'm going to be right there with you and agree. So, Hands of Time. Awesome song. All right, song number 2. It's called Bleed on Paper. And this is where, it starts off really, really reminiscent of some older Eric Church songs that are very, very good. And then, these other sounds start coming in. you know, where I could just picture a really good guitar part instead of horns, stuff like that. I get the horns, you know, and a little is great. It gets to be a recurring theme along this album. Again, I'm not knocking it. I love the new sound. Maybe it's just I'm not used to it, you know. I'm like I said before, I'm used to Eric Church, kick you in the face, and middle finger in the air, Johnny Cash. That Eric Church is my Johnny Cash. That's the closest I can put it. You know, I grew up in the late 60s. I mean, I was born in the late 60s. I grew up in the 70s and especially the 80s. So Johnny Cash, not really my guy, you know. I really never grew up a Johnny Cash fan. I was more of a Charlie Pride, Alabama, those kinds of groups, you know, Paul McCartney and Wings, in that vein, you know. So, yeah, this song great song. I love the song. Just the horns kind of threw me a little bit, you know, where I could just picture some of his other band, you know, players just going with it. And I'm even going to go out on a limb here and say his band, I wouldn't blame them one bit if they look back on this album and say, what the heck are we doing? You know, this album, and maybe it's not that bad, but I mean, just the kind of the feeling I'm trying to put across here. Do you guys remember? Now follow with me here. But do you guys remember in the heyday of oh geez, I had it right there and I lost it. God dang it, married Trisha, Garth Brooks. You guys remember when Garth Brooks was, he was at the top of the game, and then he released that album, something about This Is Chris Gaines or something like that. You guys remember that? And everybody was like, "What the heck are you doing? You know, what kind of sound is this? What kind of songs are these?" It just totally kind of threw everybody for a loop. Okay, this I believe is, in a sense, Eric Church's Chris Gaines album. Not what we were expecting. Still okay, it's good. I mean, it's real good. But just not what we were expecting. Okay, moving on. The next song. This one has probably got to be my second favorite, and it's called Johnny. Now, Johnny, it's got some weird sounds to it, but it's very, very good. I love the storyline. Johnny takes off from the Devil Went Down to Georgia song. So Johnny being the fiddle player, you know, this is kind of stems from that. So fantastic song. I love the song. But at the end, it's just like, wow, man, what are these sounds? You know, and it was just really weird. Okay, next one. Bleed on Paper. Also, fantastic guitar. Just, you know, Eric Church's band, I don't know if it's Eric Church playing or one of the guitar players, but their acoustic sound is just so in the background, yet it's in your face. You know, it's like almost as important as the lyrics, as the singing, as anything else. I love Eric Church's acoustic guitar parts. So this song, no different. Bleed on Paper, great song. Again, just a little too much on horns and choir. All right, moving on. Storm in Their Blood. Now, this song kind of goes back a little bit. Very, very good. Again, just sounds that we're just kind of not used to seeing or hearing, you know, from the Eric Church albums or the songs. Darkest Hour is the next one. Now, Darkest Hour is very good. This one I probably like more than, this would probably be my third favorite song. All right, Evangeline, again, very, very good. Every song here, I'm going to keep repeating myself, every song was extremely good, except a little too much horn, a little too much choir. Yeah, it just totally went away from what we expect from Eric Church. But I mean, it's still good. Maybe it'll grow on me the more I listen to them. I've got let me see how many more hours I got 4 hours and 45 minutes left to drive home. So that'll put me home right about midnight, give or take. I'm going to listen to these songs the rest of the way home. Next song, Rockets, White Lincoln. This is a little bit of an upbeat song, really good. Again, you could just hear where, oh man, you know, a good bass fill or a good piano fill would have been perfect there instead of choir. Yeah. And I'm gonna, you know, it's like this almost with every song. So until you hear it yourself, maybe you'll disagree with me. But, and again, I'm not bashing them. I love it. Maybe I'm just not used to it. Okay, and the last one, a song called Clap Hands. Yeah, I just could not get into that one. Yeah, that one. So that's it for the songs. I don't know if that's the full album because the album's not out yet. But these songs were released, so I'm hoping that there will be a couple of more songs at least that are released in the official album. I am, however, super excited that we have brand new Eric Church music. Even though I'm a little bit this way, that way on it, but I still, Eric Church. What does that mean? That means that a new tour is coming. So Emily and I'm sure we will be looking for tickets, and whenever we can, you know, get to a show where we can get to go see him again. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much it. Again, not bashing. If I had to, let me see, rate the songs at least that are on YouTube between a 1 and a 10, with 10 being the best, I'm still going to put it at about an 8. Yeah, maybe a 7.5, but yeah, 8-ish. Still very, very good. I'm just not used to it. All right, am I wrong for that? I don't know, but anyway, there it is, guys. Eric Church, Evangeline versus the Machine. I'm not really sure when the official album comes out. I want to say it's in July, like around July 11th, or give or take. But it's coming around. And you can find all of these songs. Go out and listen to them. If you're Eric Church fans, hit me in the comments and tell me what you think. And if I'm just totally crazy, or if you're kind of like, hey, you know, it's a little different sound, I dig it, or maybe I don't dig it so much. Maybe I need to listen to it a few more times. So let me know what you think, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, guys, I appreciate you sticking around, and we'll talk to you on the next video. All right, orale!